What's up, YouTube? As always, this is Yuyu Hakusho from the one and only place of Okinawa, Japan. Yeah, I'm kind of changing up my catchphrase. I'm here to do, like I said, this. I'm reading Yuyu Hakusho chapters 1 through 16. I think I'm right, actually. Now, like I said in my previous video, this is pretty much a copy of Methane Junk, how she does her anime stuff. Once again, a shout out to her. If you don't know, in the whole reviewing community, I don't know if her name is that spread, but I mean, she is quite a big YouTuber. But it's not intentionally a copy off of her, but it's something I've always wanted to do. But you know, she's a veteran compared to me. I've only been on for a year, so it's not something I want to do, and I am going to do. So hopefully, you know, it catches on and people like it. So start off, like I said, this is Yuyu Hakusho chapters 1 through 16, 15 or 16. And pretty much my thoughts on it. And it's more or less going to be the difference between the manga and anime. And honestly, it's a big difference, but at the same time, it's not a big difference. Like, so far, honestly, if I start off reading the manga, and I've never seen the anime, I don't know if I would actually have kept up with Yuyu Hakusho. I mean, I really didn't keep up with it when I was a kid. I kind of watched it later on in life. But honestly, the manga starts off, it's good, but it's boring at the same time. Like, I mean, obviously the first chapter, just like the first episode, is the catcher. You know, the main character dies. And, you know, that's Yusuke dies first episode, first chapter. That's, you know, whatever. But with the big difference so far between the anime and manga is two things. One, you kind of see his delinquency a little more. Like, I think there's a few chapters in which he was actually smoking, which that's not shown in anime. I'm quite sure it's not shown in anime. But honestly, the big thing so far has been his journey to being revived. Like, in the anime, it was only a few episodes. I want to say two to three. Like, within episode 5, I'm quite sure he was revived already and he was all good. Where the manga it was extremely drawn out. And like I said, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing for me personally. So it's good because, like how in anime Koenma said that he would have to go through tests in order to be revived. And in anime it doesn't really get shown, I don't think he really did any good deed other than helping Kubar out during those when the gangsters were trying to fight him. But he didn't really do nothing. But in the manga, literally chapter 2 through 15 are all the good deeds that he had to do that happened. And as I've said before, it's a good thing and bad thing. Like, you know, it's good because they actually explain everything that happens. And some of the stuff is actually pretty tear-jerking, actually. I've never been so emotional over a manga. So, like I said, it's well written. It's just, I don't know. I get that older vibe. I know, get some dislikes for that, but like I said, it's drawn out. There's a few episodes where like this kid is attached to his dog. Episodes, a few chapters, where the kid is attached to his dog, and the dog is so attached to the kid that even though he's dying, he won't actually, you know, transcend into heaven because he doesn't want the boy to be alone. And stuff like that. Like I said, it's real touching. It's actually written great. Honestly, it's one of the best written mangas so far that I've read compared to, you know, the newer generation. My only complaints, like I said, 15 chapters of him doing good deeds was a little too long for me. I mean, there's a few chapters that are continuations. When he saves, like it's like two different spirits where they're like through 2-chapter series or whatever. And it's good and all, but it's, like I said, it's just too much. And in the manga, that Koenma explained to Yusuke that it would take 2 years for him to be revived. In anime, I think he was pretty much instantly revived after that day or two. And he had to keep the egg and all that fun stuff. And in the manga, like I said, it's been 15 chapters. I mean, he's just, I don't think I've actually read up to him getting revived yet. But it's extremely detailed. So I definitely can recommend or whatever the writer, because excuse me, It's very well written. It's just drawn out. I mean, like I said, honestly, as a reviewer for, you know, how it's written, I would say it's written excellent. And as far as a cat or as a reader, it's kind of boring. I mean, the first few chapters, like I said, they are pretty emotional. It can draw you in, but eventually you just kind of get tired. Because I mean, none of the chapters really relate to each other. Like, they're each just different tasks that he does randomly. You know, he sees someone, he's like, you know, that's a messed up situation, let me fix it. So they're related in that sense that they're each a task that he's doing, but at the same time they're unrelated. I mean, once he gets done, it just goes on to the next task. So honestly, you probably could skip most of it. It's not, I mean, the first task is probably more important, the first and second one, and the last task that he does, and which actually helps him take out that 2-year run, actually gets revived, where are the most important ones. Anything else in between is more or less just to be there. Like I said, it's great detail as a writer, but as a fan, or not actually as a fan, but as just a reader, if I were to have picked this up, you know, back in my younger days, I probably wouldn't have read it, at least, you know, with those first 15 pages. I mean, obviously, I love the anime. I'm a diehard fan. I've probably done rewatched the anime like 10 times, literally. I mean, the manga it's slow. You know, I'm expecting great things. Like I said, it's great detail. But that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm reading Yuyu Hakusho chapters 1 through 15, and stay tuned for more. As I said before, this is a little copy of my fan Jux, but I hope you still like it. You know, it is different. She does anime, I do manga, and it's just my way of broadening my manga literary genres or whatever. So that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like me on Game On Call 9's Facebook fan page, which I will obviously leave a link below. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, do whatever you gotta do. Don't just watch the video and leave, you know. Even if you think it's a bad video, comment on why you think it's a bad video. Comment on why you think it's a good video. And that's pretty much it. If you ain't subscribed, you need to subscribe. I mean, how else are you gonna see more videos? So, as always, it's POC Ryutachi from the one and only place of Okinawa, Japan. Peace.